Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning call. We start with technicals and derivatives outlook. So coming to the Nifty, we have seen the Nifty has registered a close of 16,641 and Bank Nifty has closed at 36,783. What we have observed is in the last couple of days, in the last two sessions, Nifty almost traded close to 16,500 and then we have seen the recovery. The recovery was very sharp, and the yesterday's candlestick pattern suggests of an engulfing bullish kind of pattern, both in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. So for the additionally, we have been saying that the trend and momentum is positive, and we would be looking for 16,800, 17,000 on the upside. And for the Bank Nifty, the levels were 37,000 and 37,500. Though the trend and momentum is positive, we believe close to 16,800, 17,000, one should look for the profit booking and keep the positions light. As we already rallied in the last over the couple of days, there can be profit booking to the tune of some odd points cannot be ruled out. The view doesn't change. 16,500 remains the immediate base. If 16,500 is broken, then there will be a loss of momentum, and then there can be further profit booking. So higher side, one should look for the profit booking, and 16,500 is the immediate base. The advance decline ratio was positive, which also adds the strength to the market. On the option front, 17,000 and 16,800 were the highest open interest in the call options, and lower side, 16,500, 16,200 added to the put options. On the Bank Nifty, 37,000 call option has added the open interest, and in the lower side, 36,500. Coming to the FIS data, in the cash, they were the net sellers, and DI was the buyers by 700 crores. If I look at the index data from the FIS point of view, they have created the net long positions. So the net long short ratio was 45% on the higher side. The few long built up in the yesterday's session was Bank Nifty, SBI, Wipro, and Eicher Motors. Whereas some of the short builders were seen in HDFC Life, Kotak Bank, UPL, and NTPC. The call for the date, the technical call is trend. We recommend a buy in the range of 1242 to 1252. The stop loss would be 1219 for the target price of 1302. Time frame is 5 to 7 days. The derivatives call will be Astral, the August month futures in the range of 1794, 1784. Stop loss is 1748 for the target of 1871. Thank you, and that's all. Over to Vishal, sir.
Yeah, good morning. So couple of results. First to start up with VIP. So where we have a buy rating, and company has posted a pretty strong set of numbers. The numbers were significantly higher than our estimate. If you look at the revenue, was almost up by 186 percentage point on Y&Y basis, and EBITDA margin has also expanded to 79%, and companies reported a PAT which is at around 55 odd crore. And if you look at it, it was significantly higher than on quarter 4 FY22. And the reason for the strong sort of numbers is as the one is schools are opening up, the travel is opening up, so company like VIP is getting benefit out of it. So we have a buy rating, and current target price is 702. So we'll be reviewing a number shortly and we'll update post. Given the way VIP has reported strong sort of numbers, we expect even Safari, when they start report numbers, it will be pretty healthy. Sorry. Next is on Moltec packaging. So numbers were higher than what our consensus was estimating. Company has reported highest ever sales volume of 9,000 odd metric ton in the quarter, and this is aided by impressive performance across all the segments. Now, if you look at company has reported a PAT which is around 270 odd million, which is up by 80 odd percentage point. If you look at on Y&Y basis, we have released our note, and we have revised our earning estimate, and our target price is 762, assigning a multiple of 20x price to earning ratio. And we have a positive view on Moltech packaging. Next is on Apl Apollo. So numbers were slightly weaker than what we were forecasting, and EBITDA has actually fell for the company by 23% on Y-on-Y basis. This is primarily by sharp fall in the steel prices. Nevertheless, if you look at EBITDA per ton, margins is particularly, I mean, it has declined by only 5 odd percentage point. Company, I mean, like what we understand is that EBITDA per ton over 5,000 is likely to be sustainable or a long term in our view. And APL targeted to have a volume growth which is around 20 odd percent. In the note that we published, we have largely maintained our estimate, and our target price is at 1,162, and we are maintaining our buy rating on the stock. Next is on Bajaj Auto, where we have I mean, like, hold rating. Though numbers were largely in line with what we were estimating, the average realization has increased by around 17%, which is the key highlight of the result. As per the management, in the domestic market, demand recovery is better seen in semi-urban compared to the rural side. And going ahead, company is planning to roll out more EV product aggressively in the next 12 odd months. Now, in the note that we have published, we are retaining our volume and PAT estimates. But given there is a sluggishness in domestic demand and environment and volatile raw material prices, so we have not changed our rating on the stock. Within the auto space, we prefer, like, PV side of story, which includes Maruti, Mahindra and Mahindra. Next is on Maruti. I mean, Maruti has reported numbers, so though the numbers were lower than what I mean, like, we were estimating, particularly at a EBITDA level, as the margins were lower at around 7.2 percentage point. Though I think at a PAT level, the numbers, I mean, like, are lower at 42% on vis-a-vis our estimate. On absolute basis, if you look at, though the, I mean, on year-on-year basis, because of low base, the numbers are pretty strong, but this was largely expected. Now, company, I mean, like, is the conference call they hosted, and a couple of things which they have mentioned is including, like, a couple of launches which they have done, whether you take it to major one, Grand Vitara and Brezza, and given the features they have come out with, so we expecting, like, pretty I mean, like, in terms of volume growth will be pretty good for the company. Though I think in our note we'll be releasing it shortly, but overall, I mean, if you look at, we have a buy rating on Maruti, and our current target price is about 10,627. Next is on Relaxo. So Relaxo has, I mean, like, they have, company has mentioned, like, they are planning to expand a capacity by around 50,000 per pairs per day of sports shoe, and particularly in Bhiwadi in Rajasthan. The capacity will be added in March 23. If you look at, the company has existing capacity of around 10 lakh pairs per day, though I think in terms of number wise, probably, like, they are adding up around 5 odd percentage point. But overall, I mean, this gives a comfort, like, at least the demand in the market is coming back, and companies, even the footwear side, they are doing capex to capture the future growth. So that way it's a positive. Then next is on TCS. TCS has announced a multi-year deal win. Though in terms of number wise, they have not yet announced what exactly the quantum of it. But if you look at operationally, it is to digitize the human resource function, particularly related to its employees. And the client is Marks and Spencer. As a part of the program, TCS will migrate around 27 million records of Marks and Spencer, where, like, people are working seamlessly across different locations in UK. Now, this is overall, the deal win is positive, and we could see a positive reaction on it. Last thing from my side is on Tata Motors. Tata Motors has reported numbers, so the numbers were a little weaker than what the street was expecting. Though we don't have a coverage on the stock, if you look at, the revenue was up by around 8 odd percentage point on a Y&Y basis. And though revenue wise, not major miss was there, but the miss was largely on the margin side. If you look at, the margin was around 3.35 percentage point vis-a-vis 7.9 percentage point for the company. And company has reported a net loss, which is around 5,000 odd crore. So for the same period last year, it was around 4,450. Vis-a-vis the street expectation was around 1,000 odd crore. So we don't have a rating, but yes, the numbers wise, if you look at the numbers were pretty weak on Tata Motors. Yeah, so that's it from my side, and I'll hand it over to Sir now. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. First, we'll see that Tata Wagon is going to invest near about 1,000 crore in next to 3 to 5 years. That is for building their existing manufacturing capacity for vehicles, coaches, and foundry. And they will also come up with a new foundry unit that will help for the backward integration. Secondly, if you see, Hero MotoCorp has also joined hand with Accenture for cost optimization for its across supply chains in its two-wheeler segment, and to prepare to expand globally and to foray into EV segment also. It will also deploy a supply chain control tower powered by data and analytics to enable better supply chain and logistic planning. Thirdly, if we see, Tata Steel has also on Wednesday in the pact with Bengaluru-based startup for drone-based mining solution for cost-effective mining management. The primary goal is for collaboration to jointly develop and offer sustainable and end-to-end integrated solution, which will focus on efficiency, safety, and productivity for the open cast mining. Lastly, if we see, City Union Bank has also partnered with Aditya Birla Insurance, and this would be they would now selling their Aditya Birla Health Insurance through their Banca channel, and that would be from my end, and I'll hand over to Prabhakar sir for more updates.
Thank you, team. Good morning. Very important is Federal Reserve has hiked a 75 basis point interest rate hike, and they have indicated that one more hike is on cards. Maybe in the next 2 months it will happen. But more important than the hike is they said the economy is very good, job market is very good. The balance sheet reduction. See, our markets were running because of liquidity. This balance sheet reduction, because central bank has to reduce the liquidity in the system. So that will happen from September as planned. So I think we will have a rally for next 10-15 days, but post which the liquidity hit will take place. So one has to be very quick, use rallies to rotate your positions. It is not that we will have a bull market immediately. No, there will be today, because it was not so hawkish. Now we will have some rally. Use this rally to regularly book profits. Banking as a sector and auto as a sector, they will have a correction, but after which they will perform. Maruti and Bajaj Auto, they are slightly disappointed, but Bajaj Auto in the interview has said they are launching entry-level vehicle. So any correction would be a buy there also. Tata Motor came with a very disappointing result. Their revenue was higher by 8.3% at 71,935 crores, and net loss is 5,000 crores. Many times I've said, Tata Motor in the last 3-4 years they have not made profit. And Tata Motor is very difficult company for anybody to understand, because they are in more than 7-8 geographies. India is a separate geography, where it hardly contributes 12% to their revenue. You have China, where it is entirely different. It is a very big market, and their market share in China is very high. Then you have Europe, then you have North America, and you have Africa as one more geography. Then you have the Australia and New Zealand. So too many segment, you cannot do an analysis, you cannot put a number to it. That is why Tata Motor stock is always volatile, and any company which is there in different geography will face this difficulty. So Tata Motor, we don't cover it, and we are not, you can be a trader with a stop loss, nothing more than that. Telecom Minister has approved 1,64,000 crores revival package for Bsnl. So it is the competition will be there. Bsnl will upgrade themselves to 4G, but the cash component is only 40,000 crores. Balance will be other things. The BPCL unit gets approval for from Union Cabinet for $1.6 billion investment plant in Brazil oil block, and the production will start in 26-27. Yes, India has to secure its future energy, so that is why I think it is happening. SpiceJet to operate, the DGCA, Director General of Aviation, has said that SpiceJet can operate at 50% capacity because almost 8-9 flights have had problem. So this is negative for SpiceJet. No, I would request if somebody is having a SpiceJet, any client having SpiceJet, please caution them. It can go Jet Airways way. No, this has been struggling for a very long time. I've been warning people. No, it is not the first time I'm saying. No, it is very difficult. When you are in doubt in stock market, you have to exit. Making money is not important. Not losing money is the most important thing. So SpiceJet kindly avoid, because it is not an easy sector to make money. Latent View came with the results. Revenue higher by 36% at 119. Profit after tax higher by 40% at 31.4 crores. Very expensive stock, so we need to be a bit careful there. Blue Dart came with a fantastic results, one of the best results, and it is an all-time high stock. Any correction should be bought. Blue Dart revenue was higher by 49%, and at 1,293 crores, and profit after tax was 3 times higher at 118 crores, and EPS for the full year for this quarter is 50 rupees. So you can extrapolate almost 200, 210 they will do. And the company has paid 36 crores as reward to his employee for their outstanding effort, because of which the profit, quarter on quarter basis, the profit has taken a hit. That is because 36 crores has been paid to the employees. So Blue Dart has a policy of paying them. That is why their profits slightly is lesser, but next quarter they will have this additional money. And they are planning to buy 2 Boeing 737 aircraft. They already have 6 aircraft. So Blue Dart is a wonderful result. Same way, Biocon also, the results were fantastic. Biocon revenue was higher by 23% at 2,217 crore. Profit after tax is almost double at 144 crores, 71% higher at 144 crores. EBITDA margin was 30%. Here, important thing is biosimilar has started to do well. The growth in biosimilar segment is 29%, and it constitutes 45% of their revenue, which is 977 crores, which is something very unique. This is one stock to watch, but it is not a cheap stock. Biocon or Syngene are very expensive in pharma space. Clean Science came with the results. Their revenue was higher by 60% at 234 crores, and profit after tax higher by 15.2% at 63 crores. And there was one more chemical company which deals with caustic soda. They also came with a fantastic result. I think it is Chemflab Alkali. They came with a wonderful result. The chemical company results are good. So I think that is something we need to look at. Now, even Laurus Lab came with the results. Revenue was higher by 20%. EBITDA margin at 29.5%. Profit after tax 251 crores, higher by 4%. Their 2 units didn't do well, but synthetic unit has done very well. So I think that is why Laurus Lab yesterday was up 7% after the results with good volume. I think another 8 to 10% today opening. If you get 2-3% lower, you can buy. I think this will do very good. And Coromandel came with the results. The results was fantastic. Now revenue was higher by 56% at 5,729 crores. EBITDA margin was slightly low at 12%, and profit after tax was higher by 48% at 499 crores. Now EPS for this quarter was 17. Gujarat Fluoro, again, a chemical company, wonderful results. Revenue was 1,334 crores, higher by 46%. EBITDA margin increased here. Now almost 6% increase is there in EBITDA margin at 34%. Profit after tax 306 crores, higher by 99%. With that, over to you, Kshitija.
थैंक यू सर। गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। अभी हम लोग ये कॉल को एक बार हिंदी में कर लेते हैं। कल बहुत सारे कंपनीज के रिजल्ट है, उसमें वीआईपी इंडस्ट्री के भी नंबर्स आए थे। नंबर्स हाई, मतलब जो हम लोगों ने एस्टिमेट किए थे उसमें से हायर आए, स्ट्रॉन्ग नंबर्स आए। रेवेन्यू जो था वो 186% ईयर ऑन ईयर इंक्रीज हुआ है। फैट सिग्निफिकेंटली हायर हुआ है। ये जो इम्प्रूवमेंट है स्टॉक के ऊपर नंबर्स में, वो आप देख सकते हो कि स्कूल और ट्रैवलिंग जो सेगमेंट है वो ओपन हो चुका है, उसके कारण स्टॉक को बेनिफिट मिला है। और हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि सफारी के भी नंबर्स काफी अच्छे आएंगे। स्टॉक के ऊपर हमारा लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए बाय रेटिंग है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है मोल्टेक पैकेजिंग के ऊपर। कंपनी ने अभी तक का हाईएस्ट एवर सेल्स रिपोर्ट किया है, कुछ अराउंड 9000 मिलियन टन। और उनका जो पैट है वो भी काफी अच्छे से बढ़ा है। हम लोग स्टॉक के ऊपर पॉजिटिव है, और जो टारगेट प्राइस है लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए 762 है। एपीएल अपोलो के भी नंबर्स आए थे, नंबर्स इतने कुछ अच्छे नहीं आए थे, बहुत ही वीक नंबर आए थे। एबिटा डाउन हुआ है 23% से ईयर ऑन ईयर, और क्योंकि जो शार्प प्राइस फॉल हुआ था स्टील, उसके कारण करंटली टारगेट प्राइस जो है हमारे 1162 है। स्टॉक के ऊपर बाय रेटिंग है लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए। बजाज ऑटो के भी नंबर्स आए थे। डोमेस्टिक मार्केट में रिकवरी देख रहे हैं, बट और कंपनी अभी फोकस करी ईवी प्रोडक्ट में। तो ओवरऑल अभी नंबर्स इन लाइन ही थे, और जो अभी स्टॉक के ऊपर रेटिंग होल्ड है। और ऑटो स्पेस में हम लोग को मारुति एमएनएम ज्यादा पसंद है। मारुति के भी नंबर्स आए थे। नंबर्स जो थे वो स्लाइटली लोअर थे जो एस्टिमेट थे, उसके कारण मार्जिन डाउन हुआ है 7.2% से। इसके अलावा कॉनकॉल में उन्होंने लाइक बोला था कि उन्होंने जो ग्रैंड विटारा का लॉन्च किया है उसमें भी ओवरऑल वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ अच्छी है। तो इसके बाद हम लोग जल्दी नोट रिलीज करेंगे। करंटली स्टॉक के ऊपर बाय रेटिंग है, और जो टारगेट प्राइस है वो 10,627 है। रिलैक्सो का जो एक यूनिट है भिवंडी राजस्थान में, उसमें वो लोग इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए और एक्सपांड करने वाले हैं। अभी उनका कुछ 10 लाख के अराउंड पेयर्स पर डे उनका ये चलता है। तो मोस्टली ये एक्सपांड होके ज्यादा होने वाला है, तो एक पॉजिटिव न्यूज है। टाटा मोटर्स के भी नंबर्स आए थे, नंबर्स कुछ इतने अच्छे नहीं आए थे जो स्ट्रीट ने एक्सपेक्ट किया था, उससे काफी वीक नंबर्स आए थे। रेवेन्यू 8% से इंक्रीज होके कुछ 71,935 करोड़ है। मार्जिन बहुत ही कम आए हैं, और कंपनी ने नेट लॉस रिपोर्ट किया अराउंड 5,000 करोड़ का। नंबर्स काफी वीक थे, और जो हम लोग बार बार बोल रहे हैं कि टाटा मोटर्स ये जो कंपनी है 3-4 ईयर्स में लास्ट उन्होंने प्रॉफिट रिपोर्ट नहीं किया है, और उनका जो बिजनेस है वो 7 to 8 जोग्राफिकल कंट्रीज में है। तो ये एनालिसिस करना बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है। ओवरऑल उनका जो इंडिया का बिजनेस है उसमें वो सिर्फ 12% कंट्रीब्यूट करता है। मेजर उनका बिजनेस है वो चाइना से आता है। इसके अलावा भी वो यूरोप, न्यूजीलैंड, ऑस्ट्रेलिया ये वाले सेगमेंट में उनसे बिजनेस आता है। तो इसके ऊपर एनालिस करना हर एक कंट्री का वो डिफिकल्ट होता है। आप टाटा मोटर्स के स्टॉक के ऊपर आप ट्रेड कर सकते हैं विद स्टॉप लॉस। इसके अलावा हमारा कोई भी रेटिंग नहीं है स्टॉक के ऊपर। कल फेड की मीटिंग हुई थी, फेड ने 75 बेसिस पॉइंट का हाइक लिया था, और अभी उन्होंने और इंडिकेट किया कि वो और एक बार हाइक लेंगे नेक्स्ट 2 मंथ्स में। तो ओवरऑल आप नेक्स्ट 10-15 डेज में रैली देख सकते हो, बट उसके बाद थोड़ी लिक्विडिटी का हिट हो सकता है। तो रैली ऑलवेज आपको प्रॉफिट बुकिंग के लिए यूज करनी चाहिए। बैंकिंग और ऑटो सेगमेंट में आप थोड़ा बहुत करेक्शन देख सकते हो इतने कंटिन्यूअस रैली के बाद, बट जैसे करेक्शन मिलेगा तो आपके लिए एक बाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगी। गवर्नमेंट ने टेलीकॉम ऑपरेटर ने 1,64,000 करोड़ का रिवाइवल पैकेज डिक्लेयर किया है बीएसएनएल के लिए। स्पाइस रेट के ऊपर एक अपडेट है, वो हम लोग ऑलवेज आपको बोल रहे हैं कि ये कॉशियस है हमारा कि ये कंपनी लॉन्ग टर्म के हिसाब से स्ट्रगल कर रही है, तो ये वेरी डिफिकल्ट है। तो आप क्लाइंट के पास भी जिन लोगों के पास स्पाइस रेट है तो उनको आप बोल देना कि काइंडली स्टॉक को अवॉइड करें, क्योंकि मेकिंग मतलब मनी बनाना इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट, बट जो मनी है उसको लूज नहीं करना वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। लेटन व्यू के भी नंबर्स आए थे। रेवेन्यू 109 करोड़ से इंक्रीज हुआ है। पैट जो है वो 14% से इंक्रीज होके 31.4 करोड़ है, बट स्टॉक एक्सपेंसिव है वैल्यूएशन वाइज। ब्लू डार्ट के भी नंबर्स आए थे, नंबर्स काफी अच्छे आए थे। स्टॉक अभी ऑल टाइम हाई कर रहा है, तो आपको जब भी करेक्शन मिले तो बाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगी स्टॉक्स में। पैट जो था वो 3 टाइम्स हायर होके 180 करोड़ आया है, और जो क्वार्टरली ईपीएस है वो 15 रुपीज है। और कंपनी ने 36 करोड़ का रिवॉर्ड एम्प्लॉय को डिक्लेयर किया है, तो आप करेक्शन के टाइम स्टॉक को बाय कर सकते हो। बायोकॉन के भी नंबर्स आए थे, नंबर्स काफी फैंटास्टिक आए थे। रेवेन्यू 23% से इंक्रीज होकर 2217 करोड़ आया है। पैट भी 71% से इंक्रीज होकर 144 करोड़ के अराउंड है कुछ। और उनका जो बायोसिमिलर सेगमेंट है वो काफी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहा है, और उनका जो टोटल 45% रेवेन्यू है वो बायोसिमिलर से कंट्रीब्यूट होता है। तो ये स्टॉक और सिंजिन, बायोकॉन और सिंजिन एक्सपेंसिव स्टॉक है, बट रिजल्ट के बाद स्टॉक के ऊपर मूवमेंट देख सकते हो, तो ये स्टॉक वॉच आउट करने जैसा होगा। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है, क्लीन साइंस के भी नंबर्स आए थे, तो पैट कुछ 63 करोड़ से था। उसके अलावा भी केमिकल सेगमेंट में कॉस्टिक सोडा की जो क्लेम फ्लैप अल्कली करके कंपनी है, उनके भी रिजल्ट काफी अच्छे आए थे। गुजरात फ्लोरो के भी नंबर्स आए थे केमिकल सेगमेंट में। रेवेन्यू 46% से इंक्रीज था, और जो EBITDA मार्जिन है वो 6% से इंक्रीज हुआ है। ओवरऑल उनका पैट है वो 306 करोड़ है। देन कोरोमंडल के भी नंबर्स आए थे, काफी अच्छे नंबर्स आए थे। रेवेन्यू 56% से इंक्रीज होकर 5729 करोड़ आया था। EBITDA मार्जिन स्लाइटली लोअर था, और पैट है वो 48% से इंक्रीज होकर 499 करोड़, और जो उनका EPS है वो 17 रुपीज है। तो ओवरऑल आप देख सकते हो, तो केमिकल सेगमेंट में नंबर्स जो आए वो काफी अच्छा है। तो एक केमिकल स्टॉक, केमिकल सेक्टर आप देख सकते हो। लॉरस लैब के भी नंबर्स आए थे, रेवेन्यू जो था वो 20% से हायर आया हुआ है, और जो पैट है वो 4% से हायर होकर 251 करोड़ है। और ये जो उनके 2 यूनिट है उन्होंने इतना कुछ अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं किया था, बट उनका जो सिंथेटिक यूनिट है उनके जो नंबर्स और उनका जो परफॉर्मेंस था वो काफी अच्छा है। स्टॉक में आज अभी 2-3% ओपनिंग के बाद लोअर खुलता है, तो एक बाइंग अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगी, और स्टॉक 8 to 10% रिटर्न दे सकता है। नेक्स्ट अपडेट है, जो चिताग्र वैगन्स है, वो कंपनी इन्वेस्ट करने वाली 1000 करोड़ नेक्स्ट 3 year to 5 years में, जो कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, वैगन्स, कोचेस और फाउंड्री बनाती हैं। देन TCS के ऊपर एक अपडेट है कि कंपनी को एक $multi-million डील मिला है मार्क्स एंड स्पेंसर से, जो मोस्टली ह्यूमन रिसोर्स ऑपरेशन है, और ये रिटेल सेक्टर बिजनेस यूके और यूरोप में है। हीरो मोटोको ने एसेंचर के साथ एक कोलैबोरेशन किया है, जो कॉस्ट ऑप्टिमाइजेशन करेगी अक्रॉस जो सप्लाई चेन है टू व्हीलर जो प्रिपेयर करते हैं, वो जो एक्सपांड करेगी ग्लोबली, और एज वेल एज वो एंटर करने वाले इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल सेगमेंट में। So that's it from our end. Thank you everyone for joining the con call. Have a nice day.